Public comment on any item. I ask you to come forward to the podium on the right, state your name, and microphone and floor are yours.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Mary Bush. I'm here to inquire if the Chester County Commissioners are under contract with Guardianship Services of Pennsylvania. I was able to do the right to know law and found that they did contract in 2009, 2010 with the county. And if they are contracted through this county, you need to know that the proprietor, Carol J. Hershey, is engaged in extreme elder abuse of my mother. If they are in contract, according to this contract, it's between the Chester County Department of Aging and Guardianship Services. I called Chester County Department of Aging to investigate Carol J. Hershey, and Sandy Murphy from the Department of Aging refused to, even after I gave her substantive information of what Carol Hershey was conspiring to do against me and my mother. My mother sustained injury in the nursing home that she's in. She's been neglected of care. The Pennsylvania Department of Health cited the facility thanks to my advocacy. In retaliation, both Park Lane at Bellingham and Carol J. Hershey initiated a retaliation towards me and my mother after prior threats of the fact that they were going to make sure we never see each other again. They accomplished that on January 26th by sending letters to each one of them, and I guess the Department of Aging may have been included, I don't know for sure. But on January 27th, when I visited my mother like I did every single day, I was told I was no longer a daughter, I'm now a trespasser. And I have not seen my mother since January 26th. Under the Older Americans Act, I contacted the Ombudsman Service. They are now, as of this July, allowed to investigate. And I contacted Jennifer Castilia. I have heard nothing. They have done nothing. Carol J. Hershey, during her appointment as my mother's guardian, refused to allow my mom to see her cardiologist. She's refused to allow my mother to see her urologist. She has refused to allow my mother to get a possible retina detachment looked at. And when I went to the facility during January, I noticed my mom's leg was swelling up grossly to the point I kept asking the facility, look at it, do something, and they would just say, sorry, sweetie, you're not the guardian. So on January 20th, I went in, and the doctor was there, and I said, either you're calling 911 or I am. And we got my mom out of there via 911 to the Chester County Hospital, where she was found to have a fractured leg and high blood pressure that she never had before that was untreated. And after that, we had 3 days of snow, and then when I came back, this all transpired where Carol Hershey worked together with the nursing home to make sure I never could see my mother again. If you are in contract with this provider, I would strongly suggest you remove her immediately or have an actual investigation that is neutral. If the parties in the Department of Aging, like Sandy Murphy, refuses to do an investigation, then someone else needs to take over. I gave Sandy Murphy a whole bunch of evidence that proves that Carol Hershey conspired to retaliate against me as a witness. And then when I called her back to see if she had gotten anywhere with what I gave her, she says that I'm harassing her, that she's going to report me, and I'm the problem, and she's not going to do anything about it. So I alerted Governor Wolf. I called Teresa Osborne's office, and what is going on must stop. Carol Hershey does not have immunity, whether she's contracted by the courts or however she's gotten into this Chester County system, because I'm not the only victim of her. I have met other people that are also victimized by this guardian. She is in this for money. She is not in this for the welfare of the elderly. Thank you.
Ms. Bush, have you been in touch with our solicitor, Thomas Whiteman, about these issues? Okay, I will refer Tom, if you'd follow up and make sure that these issues are addressed.
Yeah, I'll
Thank you. Is there any more public comment?
I'd just like to note the attendance of our Controller, Norm McQueen, and our Prothonotary, Matt Holliday. Thank you for attending.
Okay. Hearing and seeing no additional public comment, is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you. We stand adjourned. Thank you for your attendance.